By the very nature of their technology, all OLED TVs deliver impressive picture quality, especially for those coming from traditional LED TVs. You can't do better than an OLED if you're looking for a TV that delivers perfect blacks without any side effects like blooming. To help you find the perfect model, we've compiled a list of the 5 best OLED TVs. Be sure to check the description below for prices and additional details. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon for the latest tech updates. Now, without further ado, let's dive in. Number 5. Sony A95L OLED. The Sony A95L OLED is the best OLED TV we've tested and is probably the best model available, bar none. It's incredible as a home theater TV. Due to its support of the popular Dolby Vision HDR video format, so you'll enjoy the most advanced HDR experience possible from almost any source. Sony's processing is at its absolute best here, and the TV does a fantastic job of following the content creator's intent, as the brightness and colors of HDR content look how they're supposed to. It also offers excellent audio format support, including DTS:X pass-through over eARC, so you can simplify your connection to your audio-video receiver by running everything through your TV without sacrificing audio quality. Like other OLEDs, it looks stunning in a dark room thanks to its nearly infinite contrast ratio, delivering perfect blacks with no distracting blooming around bright areas of the screen. Plus, its colors are incredibly vibrant as it uses a QD OLED panel. It's very bright and has fantastic reflection handling, so it easily handles bright rooms. Number 4. Samsung S90C OLED. If you don't want the best of the best but would rather get the best bang for your buck, the Samsung S90C OLED is the best value OLED TV we've tested. It's very close in performance to the Sony A95L OLED and is even better in some ways while being significantly cheaper. You're losing out on a few advanced features, like Dolby Vision HDR, so some movies don't look quite as good, as well as advanced audio features like DTS:X, so it's a bit more complicated if you want to take full advantage of a home theater receiver and surround sound. It's also a bit dimmer than the Sony. Of course, like all OLED TVs on this list, it delivers fantastic picture quality with deep, inky blacks and no distracting haloing or blooming around bright areas in otherwise dark scenes. The Samsung model distinguishes itself from the Sony TV with its 4 full HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports, all capable of doing up to 4K of 144 Hz. The TV also doesn't lose color vibrancy and brightness when in game mode. If anything, it's a tad over-brightened in that mode, but in turn, your games pop. It's otherwise a very accurate TV, requiring no calibration to look its best. Plus, unlike the Sony OLED, it has no problem doing 1440p and supports all 3 VRR technologies: FreeSync, G-Sync, and HDMI Forum VRR. The only thing the Sony TV does that the Samsung model doesn't is Dolby Vision HDR gaming at 120 Hz. Overall, this TV is truly the best OLED for most people due to its far better value, and it's better for gamers. Number 3. LG C3 OLED TV. The LG C3 OLED is one of the best upper mid-range OLED TVs we've tested. Although all OLEDs deliver similar fantastic picture quality, this one stands out for its value with its many gaming-oriented features. It provides the same stunning picture quality as other OLEDs in dark rooms, with perfect blacks and no blooming around bright objects. However, it uses a different OLED panel than the Samsung S90C OLED or Sony A95L OLED, so its colors aren't as vivid and the TV is dimmer than those models. On the other hand, it's available in a wider range of sizes, from a small 42-inch to an impressive 83-inch size. It's also a better home theater TV than the Samsung TV, as it has better image processing, supports the popular Dolby Vision HDR format, and passes through advanced DTS audio formats. It's also an amazing TV for gaming. thanks to its nearly instantaneous response time, low input lag, and a great selection of gaming features. It supports HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on all 4 inputs, meaning you can take full advantage of the PS5 and Xbox Series X's capabilities with 4K WARA 120 FPS gaming. It has native FreeSync, HDMI Forum VRR support, and G-Sync compatibility to reduce screen tearing. Like the A95L, it's capable of Dolby Vision HDR gaming at 120 Hz, which is a great feature. It uses LG's WebOS, a user-friendly smart platform with many apps available to download. Number 2. LG B3 OLED. If you'd like an OLED but don't need 4 HDMI 2 ports or high HDR peak brightness, the LG B3 OLED is a great mid-range TV and can serve as an excellent entry point into the OLED market. The TV has all the features of the more expensive LG C3 OLED, but the B3 is dimmer and has only 2 HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports. It still delivers outstanding picture quality, especially in a dark room, with its near-infinite contrast ratio delivering deep, inky blacks with no distracting blooming. The B3 is available in a more narrow range of sizes compared to the more expensive LG, 55, 65, and 77 inches. This TV has a wide color gamut and is extremely accurate without any calibration, so movies look as the content creator intended. It's also great for gaming, with its 2 HDMI 2.1 ports offering up to 4K RR 120 Hz support, including Dolby Vision gaming RR 120 Hz. It is compatible with every VRR technology, has a fantastic response time, and has extremely low input lag. It also has Dolby Vision HDR, supports DTS advanced audio formats, and has very good image processing, making it a fantastic mid-range home theater OLED. Finally, it runs the same great WebOS smart interface as the more expensive models, which is still smooth and easy to use on this model. Number 1. Sony 65-inch XR A95L. Sony is one of the biggest names in televisions, with a long history of offering some of the best TVs out there. For 2024, Sony is making a change to its lineup, reinvigorating the Bravia brand and changing some of the naming to make its TVs clearer to differentiate well almost, that sees the top new 2024 models landing as Bravia 9 Mini LED, followed by Bravia 8 OLED and Bravia 7 Mini LED, which will settle in alongside models like the Sony A65L OLED from 2023, which remains in the range. Remember that new models take some time to go on sale, and they will be sold alongside 2024 and sometimes 2024 models in Sony's case. So it's very much a mix-up across the lineup. That renaming strategy also sees Sony moving on from Master Series brand take some time to go on sale, and they will be sold alongside 2024 and sometimes 2024 models in Sony's case. So it's very much a mix-up across the lineup. That renaming strategy also sees Sony moving on from Master Series branding that was used to identify its top TVs in the past. It's worth noting that we're only covering Sony TVs here. We've covered the 2024 LG TV lineup separately and have a roundup of the best OLED TVs too. Sony remains committed to offering both LED and OLED televisions. I mention LED first because for many years, Sony has pushed its top LED model as its most accomplished. OLED was a more recent addition to the range for Sony, but is now well established too.